Hey friends, happy Sunday and welcome back to my channel. My name is Aaronica Cole and you are on Aaronica B. Cole & Co.'s channel. And today we're celebrating day number 19, 18 of VLOGMAS. We're here, okay? And today is a little Sunday reset. And I went to church this morning and today's message was really heavy on my heart. And as I was looking to try to create content for today, I was like, this is not sewing related, but I feel like we're going to just step out of the box and go ahead and share this message because I do feel like many of us, as we're preparing for next year, we might actually need this content. And honestly, this was going to be aligned with some of the content that is coming next week. So we're just going to go ahead for it. And we're talking about faith. Not in the sense of like what you believe in as far as like religion, spiritual practices, or anything like that, but more or less in the concept of faith and having it and speaking things into existence. So this morning's message was talking about how faith was in action, right? And like how when you have faith in something and when you declare it aloud, then that's in essence you saying aloud something that you truly believe in and believe in your heart. And as someone who has typically struggled with faith in the past, this is something that really resonated with me. As someone who has, I have not always identified as being a Christian. I've also investigated other religions. And while I do identify as a Christian, I do believe in all paths of spirituality because I feel like spirituality, which of course is your personal relationship with your whatever higher spiritual being that you believe in, is something that to me is way more important than the concept of religion. So today I was, today in church, the pastor or the bishop was talking about faith and what it is and kind of like what it looks like. And I thought that this was really good because I've been ending my evenings doing a little bit of journaling, but also making sure that I evaluate 2023 as I prepare for 2024. And one of the things that I have been wanting to do is write out just some custom affirmations, right? So what does this have to do with faith? Or rather, what does this have to do with like this whole Sunday reset and this whole message behind it? So the message was talking about faith and how when you have a belief inside of you and a belief in your heart, your mind, etc., and you share it aloud, then you're in essence putting your faith into action and you're putting more power behind those words. Very similar to how when we talk about affirmations, we're talking about speaking a thing into existence. And we're in essence letting the universe know that we're ready for whatever this belief is that we are exclaiming aloud. So whether that is an affirmation saying something along the lines of, I feel like I'm beautiful, and because that's something that you believe in your spirit, or that's something that you're working towards, even though you might not believe it with the fullness of your heart just yet. But as we prepare for 2024, this is something that I'm working to do a deep dive on and really begin to manifest and focus on what I want to manifest for 2024. Meaning, what beliefs do I have in my spirit, in my heart, in my mind for 2024? Now, a lot of times people talk about goal setting at the end of the year, which I love. It's funny because as I was doing this book, we sell it in our store. I'm going to go ahead and stick a picture here. The link will be in the comments in the caption, but I'm going ahead and I'm completing this dream workbook. It's a dream life workbook where in essence, you start out reviewing your current year. Or if you're doing this at the beginning of a new year, you're reviewing your last year and you're taking a look at your goals. What goals did you actually accomplish versus goals that you did not accomplish? What helped you in achieving your goals versus what possibly played a role in you not achieving your goals? One of the things that I did not do for 2023 was set goals. Like, yeah, I was just like YOLO. Basically 2023. Now, I'm not going to say that 2023 was a cluster bleep, but there were some challenges, okay? In addition to the challenges though, there was a lot of greatness. There was a lot of growth. There were a lot of really great and beautiful seeds that I had the opportunity to plant, and I am geeked about that. But as I was writing out and doing my journaling, I realized that I didn't really have goals for 2023. When I thought about 2023 at the end of 2022, I was like, man, I really feel like 2023 is about to be the most transformational year for me yet. Now, that is saying a lot because in 2009, I filed for divorce. I ended up getting pregnant. I became jobless as well as homeless. So you want to talk about some transformation, y'all. But this year has been even more transformational and transformative for me, which I'm grateful for. However, now as I prepare for 2024, there are some things that I want to be sure of. Whether you believe in God or not, right? Or whether you believe in the spiritual path or not, right? One of the things that we do have to be careful about is in being specific about what it is that we're asking for or we're working to manifest. And so that's really what I want to talk about today, right? One of the things that I have typically struggled with in the past is having faith, not just in myself, but in the fact that things are going to work out. But what's wild is that literally my life has shown me that things are going to work out, right? I remember as a little girl, I always wanted to have 3 children. When I was previously married, that marriage, we were trying to have kids unsuccessfully. And I went to the doctor and the doctor was like, yeah, you're not going to be able to have kids without medical intervention. And I was like, okay, cool. It's fine. I don't want to do that right now. I'm getting ready to file for divorce anyway. I went to a spiritual advisor who was not Christian. And she advised me that I had a spiritual block that was lodged in my reproductive organs. I filed for divorce and I had some fun and I ended up pregnant. So apparently my spiritual block was in my marriage. Who knew? But I made the decision, of course, to keep my baby, even though at the time that I found out that I was pregnant, I was laid off. I was in the midst of a divorce. And I had no job prospects, y'all. And it was literally the last day for me to enroll in COBRA and have medical coverage for prenatal care. I opted to make that choice because you know what? I knew that I always wanted to be a mom. So I began to move in faith that everything was going to work out. And at that time, I started another blog. It wasn't my first blog, but it was my first mommy blog. And I started that blog because I was like, you know what? I'm going to make it as a single mom. And when people hear my story, specifically when single moms hear my story, they're going to say to themselves, if she can do it, I can do it too. And that was the whole goal behind kind of what started the transition to where I am now. And everything that I do now, at the end of the day, I want people to look at me and not say, oh, I could never get what she got. I want people to look at me and be like, because she did it, I know that I can do it too. So as I'm preparing for 2024 and taking a look at my 2023, taking a look at my 2022 as well, right? I'm being a little bit more intentional about the things that I'm speaking into existence and the things that I want to manifest. Now, 'tis the season for vision boards and all of that jazz. But I am doing something that is a little bit different and I'm inviting you all to do it with me. So today's content is the Sunday reset where we're going to go ahead and introduce it. Monday and Tuesday will be aligned with this as well. I am inviting you all to work on manifesting your dreams, right? Creating manifestation boards. Being that specific with what you are looking to achieve in 2024, because I really feel like I received that message today so that yes, I could share it with you all, but also more importantly, so that I could begin to do the work now that's necessary in order for my 2024 to really be what I need. 2023 for me has been the year of planting a lot of seeds, the year of doing a lot of the hard things, proving to myself that I can, in fact, do hard things, right? 2024, I plan on picking fruit. 2024, I plan on seeing the fruits of those seeds that I planted this year and really beginning to benefit from them. So as you begin, if you're like, hey girl, I'm on that journey with you, let's do it. If that is what you're down for, be prepared. For what, right? Because we got to do some work. We got to do some work with where we are. But more importantly, you've got to take a deep look inside of yourself and really ask yourself what it is you want, right? What do you want for yourself in your personal life? What do you want for yourself in your professional life? What do you want your relationships to look like? How much money do you want to make? What are your financial goals, right? What are your health goals? What are your body goals? What are your fitness goals? What goals do you have that you're setting in place now that may not actually be looking to achieve in 2024, but you're setting the stage for maybe 2025? That's a different way of saying, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? And what can you do or be working on today that is going to get you there in that 5 to 10 years, right? So these are some of the things that we're going to be taking a look at tomorrow, asking some specific questions. So that way, when it comes time for you to plan out and put together your manifestation board, you're that much more clear on your goals. But I say this with a caveat of, don't put anything on that board that you are not ready to manifest. Do not speak into existence anything that you are not ready to have. Do not have the faith in something that you are not ready to actually walk with, right? One of the things that I thought that our bishop said this morning was that God will not put onto your heart anything that he will not give you the faith to complete. And I thought that that was powerful, right? Because there's a lot of things. I've got a lot of big ideas that are in my head, on my heart, that I would like to begin to manifest, and that will help not just myself, but others as well. And I am very, very excited about doing this and taking this journey with those of you who decide to do it along with me. If you're like, hey girl, this woo-woo stuff is not for me, don't worry, the sewing content will be back, okay? But I'm more than just a sewist. I am more than a teacher. I am more than a mom. I am more than a wife, and this channel is dedicated to being more inclusive of all of those things. So I hope that you are ready, because tomorrow we get started on some of the hard questions, and we're going to be deep diving. So get ready to ask yourself some of these hard questions. If you're like, girl, I want to do this dream life workbook that you're talking about, because we're going to be deep diving into some of these questions that they even pose there. But it's like 50, 60 pages of deep diving and really doing some of this hard work. I will put that link for you to order below, and we will make sure that that gets delivered, or rather shipped out ASAP. If you are like, I feel like just watching, and I've got some scissors, I've got some foam board, I'm ready to make this manifestation board based off of the work that we do here on this here YouTube channel, that's fine too. So I will be getting some foam board, because I've got a spot on my wall over here that is waiting for this manifestation board to go up. And I'm getting very specific, very clear on the things that I would like to manifest, including one of the things that I've already done, right? And I've said this in the last video, but y'all, I monetize now. Now, it's not like the everyday monetization. For where I am, I'm on the first level of monetization of this channel, and I'm really proud of myself. Why? Because this is not saying that I didn't think that I could do it, because I did have faith in myself that I could, right? But this was hard for me. This was hard for me to get to this point, and I'm not embarrassed to say it, because I put in a lot of work, y'all. I've put in a lot of work, whether it is in the recording, getting uncomfortable and being in front of the camera, whether it is in doing something different, because it is hard for me to do this video editing, but I'm doing it. Whether it's in writing the captions, whether it's in remembering to go ahead and tag certain things or add the little extra things on that YouTube wants you to do. But here's the thing. I set the goal. I said I want to monetize this channel before the year is over, and we're there. So if you're ready to manifest with me, and if you're ready to take the next step and take hold of your future, let's do it together. All right, friends, that is it. If you happen to stumble upon my channel for this here woo-woo, very not standard as far as content goes, welcome. I highly suggest that you go ahead and subscribe, turn on notifications, that sort of thing. Because I think that this channel is great. So until tomorrow, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure that you come back to see what content goes live then. But stay blessed, stay highly favored, and I will see you later.